Here's the funny thing. I told Jerry this because you weren't here yet, Hatchet. But while we were setting up, apparently Argentinium astrum is a real life thing that someone made into a SCP group of interest. Because this is an actual Wikipedia article, not the SCP Wikipedia article. So this is a real life thing made SCP.
Oh.
Yeah. And we do have one SCP connected to it, but I realize with the actual Wikipedia article, do we need to look at the SCP?
I mean, I wouldn't know if the Wikipedia is like,
Oh,
if like the SCP version is the exact same as the real version.
gotcha. Then I guess we probably should look at the SCP after reading this short description.
Also, the SCP in question is nicknamed The Day the Earth Stopped Being Flat?
Yes.
The fuck?
Alright, let's see what the Argentinium astrum is. The AA is a spiritual organization described by 1907 by occultist Aleister Crowley. Its members are dedicated to the advancement of humanity. Huh?
It's Alistair.
Aleister Crowley. Its members are dedicated to the advancement of humanity by the perfection of the individual on each plane through a graded series of universal initiations. Its initiations are syncretic, unifying the essence of Theravada Buddhism and Vedantic yoga and ceremonial magic. That's the short description from Wikipedia about this group. Honestly, I'm not surprised that this group existed in real life.
You never heard of Aleister Crowley before?
No, I haven't. The only Alistair I know is from Hazbin Hotel. I feel like I set off Jerry.
Well, he's the first people I heard about when I started looking into becoming a pagan.
Oh. Oh wow, this is a very long document.
I am so surprised you don't know about him.
Alright. At least it's all in English. Even though it's a French SCP.
Oh.
Wait,
Even
since
though he,
huh?
I think Alistair was either British or American.
He was British.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Huh. Anyways. Alright. Warning, this document is initially authorized for personnel with a mod-3 level accreditation. How the fuck?
Accreditation?
Accreditation only. You are about to consult sensitive information. You will not be subject to any memetic or amnestic agents during or after your reading. You will not be subject to any localization, incarceration, armed intervention, or execution. You have the right to know, but you're not obligated to. Wait, what? I'm so used to saying, yeah, if you're not this level, you'll be killed. Now it's saying, I mean, you won't have to worry about being killed. You don't have to read if you don't want to.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh, God.
What?
I read a bit ahead. Alright. Item SCP-281-FR, threat level green. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. 281 is currently confined in reinforcement tungsten containment constraint within local site Daoud, an enclosed 50-meter squared site located within Zone 88, codenamed Chalaut, a military and scientific base officially belonging to the United States of America, but operated by the Global Occult Coalition.
Uh,
I ran in person. At least 4 agents must be positioned at local site Daoud at all times. Regular supplies must be provided by air. All censorship and disinformation operations have been managed by the Global Occult Coalition since the 1950s. These operations include shifting the official South Pole 4 kilometers from 281 FR's location, and falsifying various kinds of information concerning the history of expeditions to Antarctica since 1911 and the fundamental geological and astronomical nature of the Earth. Regarding the GOC, Leukocyte Daoud is under regular pressure from the Global Coalition, which is seeking to appropriate 281 for security, strategical, political, and/or religious reasons that are still unclear. These claims have lasted since the object was contained by the Foundation in 1948, and the late arrival of the Coalition's forces on site. However, given the diplomatic relations between the GOC and the Foundation, these pressures are so far not military in nature. In the event that the situation changes, the Bell Protocol must be initiated. This is where I said, oh boy. Well, I said right ahead. Regarding Aurea, remember them?
I don't
Oh.
remember them.
281 is currently at the heart of the Jihad of the Nine, a medium-scale military-religious conflict with the Office for Reclamation of Islamic Artifacts of Iran, whose claim...
Oh, right, that one.
Yeah. I still find it funny, one of the SPs we read was about a guy who crashed a car into one of their buildings.
E.
Anyways. Whose claim of 281 was one of the founding objectives. Due to the significant geographical distance between the South Pole and Aurea bases, Jihad operations against local site Daoud are rare but significant, performed mainly using thaumaturgical means, which includes transport circles, spell eater ammunition, and local deformations of reality. Site Daoud's isolation location within Zone 88 means that these Islamic operations are managed mainly by the GOC's armed forces. In the event that the situation changes, the EA protocol must be initiated. Regarding a K-class scenario, according to the founding Islamic text, several of 281 FR's components would be called upon to be recovered and used during Revelation type end-of-the-world events by class... I forgot what number that is.
Where are we?
Right here.
By class 7.
7 things. Class 7 or higher reality manipulations. Dash 5 is assumed to be recovered by Prophet Ali during the Last Judgment, whereas Dash 1 is assumed to be recovered by the Prophet Jesus to fight the Antichrist. That went from 0 to 100 so fast.
What are you... I'm genuinely confused why you're...
I'm just laughing because Jesus took this anomaly to fight the Antichrist. Or assumed that it happened. It just just made me laugh.
I... judgment, whereas. Right. So, Aaron, quick question.
Yeah.
Are you aware of the fact that Jesus is a part of Islam as well?
Vaguely.
Yeah, Jesus is considered a prophet in Islam. So, wait, he is? Yeah, he is. Anytime you hear Christians going on about how uh Islam is anti-Christian and they hate Jesus or anything like that,
Yeah.
it's literal bullshit.
Yeah.
Jesus is an important prophet within Islamic theology. Yeah, like he's not viewed as the son of God, but he's viewed as a prophet in the same way that Muhammad was.
I knew he was connected to Islam. I just couldn't remember everything because it was so long since I was taught anything about other religions in school.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it was a while.
But yeah.
It just set me off because I was thinking the actual Jesus in the Christian Bible, just taking this random anomaly to fight the Antichrist out of nowhere. Yeah. All right. Whew. In the event that this situation occurs, the Addendum protocol must be initiated. In any case, it is assumed that removing one of the components of 281 is damage or damage to integrity could cause an SK class event. Okay, so we got history. April 17th, 1952, definitive establishment of Zone 88 around Site Dawood. Supplies are henceforth provided by air. March 21st, 1962, arrest of Site Director Felipe Vargas for non-compliance with orders and corruption. What happened? October 23rd, 1976, the Prophet Muhammad's swords are demanded to be returned to the Global Coalition by House Afsina, a para-Islamic organization established throughout the Middle East. No indication is known regarding how this organization learned the position of 281. May 15th, 1977, the Prophet Muhammad's swords are demanded to be returned to the SCP Foundation by House Afsina. Alright, January 7th, 1981, formation of the Office for Reclamation of Islamic Artifacts by Rauhola Many. Okay, I'm just gonna say this right now as we continue. If I butcher any language in this, I'm sorry.
You
Don't
have
worry, we expect you to.
yeah.
I'm just saying it when it makes the YouTube video. I'm going to butcher names. Oria issues an ultimatum which requests the return of the Prophet Muhammad's swords to the Islamic Republic of Iran. July 7, 1981, without a response to his ultimatum, Oria declares the Jihad of the Nine, which accompanies the filmed execution of 2 Global Coalition agents. Okay, before we continue, there's 3 groups in the SCP universe you don't want to pick a fight with. The SCP Foundation, Global Coalition, and Chaos Insurgency. And Oria just picked a fight with one of them.
I can't really blame, even if it's not advisable. Like, hey, give us this holy artifact back. They're like,
No. Yeah.
we have your precious sacred relic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pace Tyrants is bookworm. February 14th, 1983, about 20 armed jihadists manifest in hangars 2 and 3 of Zone 88, Likewise, the Hill would transport circles and begin firing on personnel. All jihadists were shot after killing about 15 people, including one of our agents. November 8th, 1985, arrest of site director Valentine Gamir for non-compliance with orders of corruption. How many site directors are going to be arrested?
Enough. More than 2, perhaps?
Why don't you just return the relics to the people it belongs to?
This is the
Why do I-
Foundation.
I thought it
Besides-
was the DOC.
Well, the Foundation
GOC.
holds the zone, but like they're cooperating with the GOC is basically what's going on.
Not to mention, it's not entirely clarified if it's like actually a holy relic or something else extremely dangerous. We don't know much about this object yet.
Yeah.
That's fair. I was just kind of assuming that they had a holy relic. Like, dude, don't be the British Museum.
I was gonna say, like, I get it. Like, we're all predisposed to European organizations doing a little British Museum ass shit, but it can't be entirely confident that's what's happening here.
Rand person has an idea. I've seen enough. Send them a photo of 096.
Oh, that's spicy. That's random.
Yeah. Alright. March 2nd, 1987, GOC launched an embargo against Site Dude, preventing its free supply. The personnel on site have reserves for 14 months. July 28th, 1987, explosion of Building A6 of Zone 88, likely caused by Aurea. The embargo is discontinued. Okay. I've heard 2 pronunciations for this. Is this Colonel or Colonial?
That's Colonel.
Thank you. Because I've heard both. I don't understand why that's pronounced as Colonel when there's no fucking R.
Here, I'm not gonna say the first thing that I was thinking. What I will do is ask that you give me a couple moments to look up the etymology of the word.
Okay.
I will be right back. I need to pee really, really bad.
Well, now you got perfect amount of time.
Oh, would you look at that? My first thoughts were correct. It's fucking French. 9 times out of 10, if something's pronounced like completely differently to how it's spelled, it's to a certain degree sourced in French.
Wait, this is real? While I was waiting for you to find that out, I opened Twitter. And I thought this was a meme. But no, this is a real fucking movie. Dick NATO. You don't suck this dick. The dick sucks you. It's a literal movie. And I'm gonna add it to my throne later.
Why people out here turning shit posts into movies?
I don't know. Also, I will say, I actually watched all the Sharknado movies.
Why would you do that?
The first one I thought was really, it was a bit funny. Then the rest, I was like, why the fuck am I watching this?
I mean, yeah.
Literally, the last Sharknado movie I watched had Pokemon Go references, and ended with a Back to the Future reference.
Oh, I don't say anything.
Snake belch.
Bookworm, I highly suspect you're going to send me this on Throne for my birthday. I highly suspect. Hi, Chip. I learned that someone made a movie called Dick NATO. How are
What?
you?
What? Dick NATO? What?
Rush me.
That's as far as we're gonna go. And no. Anyways, let's go back. It has to be in hand. Alright. Colonel Emerson denounces a terrorist act on behalf of the SCP Foundation in order to justify an armed intervention against Saint Dawood. False evidence is fabricated and presented to the GOC in order to make Oria's guilt irrefutable. Okay, I'll hydrate. Oh god. I choked over the head. February 2nd, 1988. Assassination of Colonel Emerson.
Bruh.
Damn. September 10th, 1992. Manifestation of a plot of arid desert occupied by an Aurea encampment 6 kilometers from Zone 88. It is in fact a spatial temporal deformation connecting to the location to an Aurea camp established in Kerman Province, Iran. A surface-to-surface missile was sent to Zone 88, but was unsuccessful due to the spatiotemporal anomaly. 1993 to 1994, several jihadist raids take place, assisted by motor vehicles and heavy weapons, which are countered with difficulty. Zone 88 is severely damaged, and the EA protocol was initiated twice. Oh no. September 13th. Oh my god, Chew. September 13th, 1994. The spatio-temporal anomaly resolves itself. A retaliation operation from Sapphire is suspected. April 28th, 1994. Several information leaks concerning the nature of 281 and the involvement of GOC allow for the Foundation to blackmail several high-ranking members of the Coalition. Pressures on Zone 88 against St. Dawood decrease. March 22nd, emergence from the abnormally modified bomb through a transport circle within Zone 88. The bomb is defused in time, shortly after a dozen jihadists appear, shot dead without losses by the soldiers on site who are waiting for them in ambush. I'm sorry, who's fighting who here? I don't know.
We've got a big bunch of intrigue between the GOC, the SCP Foundation, and Aurea engaging in violence.
And possibly Sapphire.
Yeah, now Sapphire's here for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're here.
They all.
This felt more like we were reading a history of an occult war.
I feel like the history of an occult war would be a bit more coherent.
Fair enough. Alright. Description. SCP-281-FR is a set of 9 swords of various shapes in sizes similar to the style of Arab weaponry of the late 7th century CE. These swords are comprised of various metals with iron or bronze blades and handles of gold, silver, or copper, including leather, traces of ivory, or precious stones. Maybe by retaliation from Sapphire, I don't know. These swords are classified 281 FR-1 to 9. All are planted approximately 15 centimeters in the ground at a single point, at the Earth's exact geographical south pole, latitude 90 degrees south, longitude irrelevant.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, so these are just a bunch of ancient Arabic swords stabbed into into Antarctica?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're cutting in and out again, Jerry. What were you saying?
Your anger.
Yeah. When 281FR was discovered on site and reported to the SCP Foundation in October 1947, 281 was accompanied by a sign reading, PLS. Thank you for not touching the swords, under penalty of giving the impression that the world was destroyed, which would worry a lot of people over nothing. Sincerely yours, Sapphire.
Bro, what the fuck? What is Sapphire again?
I think we put him somewhere in evil, because I think they abused anomalies or something. Hold on, I need it. I don't I need to understand Sapphire because I'm kind of confusing myself.
You could look. You could.
Sapphire Hub.
Tier list with them on it.
Oh, right. This
Um,
was the anomalous fucking anti-theist organization.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to get rid of all theology.
Oh, those assholes. Okay.
Okay, so now we understand what we're going for now. But
Basically.
yeah, okay. Alright. So they're here. Why they're here, I don't know.
I'm sorry for this forget.
Yeah. Officially, especially in diplomatic relations with the Global Coalition and its partner states, the Foundation always respected this side and has never attempted to take action on 281FR. Officially, all attempts to remove some or all of 281 have ended in failure, whether by human, mechanical, or thaumaturgical means. All attempts were abandoned upon discovery of several sensitive documents. It is assumed that 281FR is an essential element of the globe's geological structure, and that damaging integrity could potentially cause the discontinuation of the terrestrial globe. 281's irremovability is due to an attractive force of several hundred million newtons of undetermined origin exerted by each of the components on the other components. This force of attraction is not seen to apply to objects other than 281's components. The primary theology proposed a hypothesis that each component of 281 must have its own abnormal capability, which would manifest itself with each component is individually used as a weapon. This hypothesis cannot be proven because 281's irremovability. Alright. Addendum 1, GOI 096 E46, Depository Documents. The following documents were taken from a letter exchange maintained in 1946 between Hervé Melcherbes, former professor of applied mathematics of the Sorbonne University in Paris, and Patrick Silverstein, former consultant that expunged, never found. These letters were recovered during the dismantling of Lodge of Paris in 2003 by Mole Task Force Omega 5, the Jewelers. February 14th, 1946, to my very dear colleague, Professor Hervé Malchipes, head of the Lodge of Paris. My dear friend, I hope everything is going well for you, and that you do not have too many properties to rebuild in the old continent. I heard about your last operation, where the whole parish was put into orbit for a few minutes, just to probably show them that the Earth was round. Too bad they were brought back a little bit too late, but I'm sure they had time to fully realize their mistake before they passed away. What better than to show them the truth after all?
Ow.
Damn. We have the same kind of problem here known as the Universal Synthetic Society, renamed to the Flat Earth Society in 1956, still active to this day. Oh boy, I'm not reading that word. A bunch of redacted, who not only refuse to accept centuries of concrete and proven scientific evidence, but also claim to be synthetic and rational, while doubting the official agencies, which they believe lie to them for personal gain. Imagine the image they give of real synthetic groups like us. Originally, I have some good news for both of us, which is the subject of the entire letter. Some colleagues working at NASA have assured me that thanks to Paperclip,
Oh, fun paperclip.
yeah, Operation Paperclip was an official exfiltration operation of former Nazi scientists in the United States of America, a significant part of which worked in the American aerospace sector. A V-2 ballistic missile should be sent to the mesosphere for purely scientific purposes between now and the 24th of October. It will be equipped with a camera. I had to look this up. That society was real. No shit. I have no doubt that society is real.
Oh yeah, no, like this SCP seems rooted in a lot of like actual tidbits of like occult and bullshit history
Oh yeah.
that's like it consequently led to a bunch of things from actual real world history just kind of being plopped down as groups of interest in the SCP lore.
Which I find funny.
It is kind of funny, yeah. Is like imagine if we got on here and one of the fucking groups of interest is literally just no fanfare, it's just the Spetsnaz.
Or the Church of Scientology.
I mean, yeah, honestly, I wouldn't even be too surprised if they are considered
A group of interest.
a group of interest, yeah.
It was a subscription organization in 1889. Honestly, in SCP universe, Scientology might actually be accurate, depending on the reality. You know I won't be
Don't-
wrong.
Oh.
Anyways, back to the SCP at hand.
Hello, yes. If you would like to join our Flat Earth group, we need you to pay us $75 a month to keep your membership to Flat Earth group.
Oh my
Yes. We're not a scam.
God. Yeah.
Don't worry, we're not a scam.
Let me let me run the conversion. Oh no. Anyways. Finally, we have a photographic and indisputable evidence that the Earth is round to be widely broadcast an unstoppable means of popularization which should eliminate the bad skeptics from the landscape. Tell me if you're interested. I will send you a copy of these photographs as soon as possible, so that Sapphire's European lodges can have them ahead of all the media. With kind regards, Patrick V. Sorstein. February 20th, 1946, to my very dear colleague, Professor Patrick Sorstein, head of the Lodge of New York. My dear friend, I thank you warmly for actively following and appreciating the activities of the Lodge of Paris. The flattest, as they say in their jargon, are definitely a plague. Skepticism must apply in the face of illogical and not the logical. Otherwise, it is little more than monstrous bigotry. What? If I members and friends will kindly take your photographs of the earth from above. The weight of words and shock of photographs, isn't it? Fighting against these most harmful communities of Christianity, in particular, seems to be a priority at this time. We can't even debate peacefully with these oh my god, these Jewish morons anymore without being looked at wrong now. This is politically correct, you know how it is. With kind regards, Hervé Malchebez.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay, so they really hate religions.
Okay, so putting aside the, Sapphire being bigoted, which is funny because they bring up monstrous bigotry.
Yeah.
But also the fucking OG Flat Earth Society charged the modern day equivalent of $1,300 for a subscription.
Damn.
Hello,
Per year, but still.
That's still just absurd. Hello, yes, please pay me $1,300 per year if you want to be member of our very good group of flat earthers. We are not a scam.
I think something bad happened. But I don't know why.
Yeah.
Wait. October 27th, 1946, to my dear colleague, Professor Hervé Malchebez, head of Lodge of Paris, my dear friend. Well. Magic, can you read these?
I'm not gonna continue.
Please find attached as promised the photographs of the Earth taken from space by NASA's ballistic missile. Their disclosure to the general public has been blocked until further notice. With kind regards, Patrick V. Silverstein. Wait, is Earth actually flat?
Yeah, okay, so I think... Well, I mean, this is an SCP called The Day the Earth Stopped Being Flat, or something along those lines. So apparently the Earth was flat. Until some later events.
Yeah. October 28th, 1946. My very dear colleague, Professor Patrick Silverstein, head of the Lodge of New York. My dear friend. Fuck. With kind regards, Hervé Malchebez. Just fuck. Oh my god. November 3rd, 1946. My very dear colleague, Professor Hervé Malchebez, head of the Lodge of Paris. My dear friend, as a Society's representative of the Council of 108, I was able to take advantage of today's session at the Global Coalition to invoke concern for the aesthetic and purely illusory appearance of our beautiful planet. Namely, that as seen from space, the globe appears to resemble a flat disk bordered by a large ice wall. Apparently, among the 107 other organizations that were brought together in the coalition, a large part of them were already aware of this optical effect. I began by thinking them, all of them, for having striven all this time to triumph the truth of the round earth, and for having hidden in the world's population this unpleasant impression that the earth is flat. It is very courageous to the New World Order to fight against a singularity, giving the impression of every human being that the Earth is flat, instead of opposing, sometimes by somewhat repressive means, certainly, but necessarily, the scientific evidence demonstrating that it is a globe. I was greeted with awkward silence, a silence so deafening that I still have overdeveloped hearing, the opposite of tinnitus. For you see, the problem is that they themselves are convinced that the Earth is flat, and they believe they are lying to the world when they are actually telling the truth. You can imagine the discomfort in the ranks of the Council. The Bavarian Illuminati no longer knew where to stand, and the Freemasons pretended to look for Lent in their ceremonial dresses. But either way, let's ignore that. Appearance are kept in one, and that's what counts. I did ask them if Sapphire had permission to fix this little aesthetic problem, give back to the globe the appearance it should have. It was certainly the silence that followed that gave me the
Aaron?
Huh? What?
What's up, Jerry?
Was I not being heard?
I can't hear you, Aaron.
What?
That's odd. Can you hear me, Jerry? I think Jerry can't hear either of us for some reason.
Oh no. We can hear you. Oh, Jerry left. Jerry?
Okay, now I can hear you.
Alright. Guess I'll go back a little bit ahead. Alright. Jerry had gone deaf. Oh my god. Anyways.
Oh, random person. Discord was being weird.
Yeah, anyways. But either way, let's ignore that. Appearances are kept, that's what counts. I didn't ask them if Sapphire had permission to fix this little aesthetic problem, give back to the globe the appearance it should have. It was certainly the silence that followed that gave me my current anti-tinnitus. They simply stayed to watch me, staring and silent, and for something like a quarter of an hour before anyone dared to get up. I think they were in shock. The one who got up was, without much surprise, the Supreme Master Abraham of the Illuminati. I've never heard him stutter before, and I don't think anyone else has either. You want to make the Earth round? He told me. You'll understand that I had the sudden laziness to tell him that no, the Earth was already round, and that we were just going to make it look that way. It look the way it should. I decided instead to move directly to technical considerations. That's my question. Do you still have the 9 swords of Muhammad in stock? With kind regards, Patrick Sorstein. Oh my god. Alright. November 16th, 1946, to my dear colleague Professor Patrick Sorstein, head of the Lodge of New York. I confirmed that we should be able to gather the swords of Muhammad, singularities, Bro 2562 ISL 2, 3, and 4. Must have taken dust in the Lodge of Marcel. I'm sure that the fire's real horizon. In fact, that's not fire. Yeah. At last, news. They were doing tests to verify their Attraction was indeed of a magnetic origin and not unique. Unfortunately, it is, and no force manifests itself once in their sheaths. Bro 2562 ISL 7 is hidden somewhere in the lodge of Cario. I sent a letter to Professor Rageman. As of Bro 256 ISL 1589, they were stolen by a Thule society to serve strange rituals for the Nazis, but were recovered during the liberation and should now be stored in a crate lost in the Louvre's reserves. Nothing that is unrecoverable. I'll put this all together to keep you more fully informed as things progress. We'll see you at the Interlodge Summit anyway, won't we? You can then be able to share with us all the projects that are terminated in your mind. Kind regards, Hervé Malchervis. Okay, at this point, I'm just gonna look up to see if this group is actually mentioned in the fucking article, because we have yet to see them so far. Okay, they are. Okay, we're about to reach where they are. Okay. Because I thought it was gonna be like just the tag at the bottom, like sometimes happens. All right. Okay. Addendum 2, GOI 096281-1 archive document. The following document was recovered during a raid of Mole Task Force Omega 5, the Jewelers, at the home of former researcher Redacted on 1998 Redacted. Sapphire. Hello, Miss Redacted. You have been selected to be part of the Galilei Delta Rubies. Your departure in the South Pole is scheduled for March 5th. More information should be sent to you shortly regarding the time and point of departure. Sorry about that. Alright. Operation Galileo was established in order to synchronize the spherical nature of the globe, which don't have to be proven for ages, with its aesthetic appearance, which fortunately makes it appear flat in the eyes of the... I don't know if that's a bad word or not.
In the eyes of the...
The N...
Where?
I put my mouse on top of it.
The neophyte?
I don't know if that's a bad word.
I've certainly never seen it.
And I don't
Guess I
want...
can.
Huh?
I guess I can look it up.
I didn't see your mouse because apparently it did a weird thing where I was in the chat but not in the chat.
Damn.
And I
It's
don't
alright.
but it doesn't matter. Can you do the mouse thing again?
Okay, so neophyte, a person who is new to a subject, skill, or belief.
Oh.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was just like a slur we don't even know about. Because that's not the first that's happened in an SCP article.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. So, Eyes of a Neophyte. It was decreed that the 55th Interlodge Summit, that singularities Bro 2562 ISL 1-9, better known as the Swords of Muhammad, should be gathered and used to counter the most unfortunate illusion. 9 teams of rubies will depart by 9 different routes to the South Pole, or as more whimsical members of the GOC call it, the glacial border. Sorry about that. To reach 9 points that are singularly opposite, but which objectively form the South Pole, each individual rubies will be in possession of a sword. Galilei Delta will receive Bro 2562 ISL 3, Al Khadib. In its sheath, you must reach Point Delta, unsheath the sword at the specified time, and drive it into a specified point immediately. You don't need to know any more at this time. mean,
So,
huh?
so they took these swords that are always attracted to each other and stabbed them in the ice wall,
Yeah.
thus leading to all the swords trying to be attracted to each other, all the way to the point of it bending the flat Earth into a sphere.
Yes.
That's not even how geometry works, but okay.
This is the SCP world, Hatchet. Nothing makes sense.
Why are they so, like, okay, if the world was actually flat, why are they why are they so intent on it not being flat?
I don't know.
Like, this is just a weird obsession, man. Like, if the Earth was actually flat, it would be an incredibly odd thing to try to desperately change the shape of the Earth. Just, for what? What's the point of this, bro?
Prove the Flat Earth Society wrong. That's the point.
Like, at this point, genuinely, yeah. Like, the entire point of this is we don't want to be wrong, therefore, we're going to literally alter the shape of the Earth so that we aren't wrong, despite their supposed love of science and the fact that, like, science is fundamentally built up off of people being wrong and, like, learning how we're wrong.
Right, a person says the flat Earth was an illusion. They're basically dispelling the illusion.
I mean, that's how they're describing it, but I also don't buy that these people, like, actually believe that.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, you say shit because it's an illusion.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyways. The Code of Witch effect states that any bladed weapon planted in the ground can only be dislodged under special conditions, typically by any action of a conscious person. This effect should ensure a firm grip of the singularities in the Earth's crust, and ensure that the crust will bend seamlessly by accompanying the attraction these singularities exert between each other until they meet the point alpha prime, which in fact corresponds to the true South Pole. The Earth's crust will remain a coherent and stable whole, which should be rooted in its deformation will only be illusory, and that mere concept of trying to deform it would be perfectly ridiculous for the operation's entire duration. Do not unsheath the singularity before a specified time. You're sincerely redacted. Oh, and here's the diagram.
As a side note, this is like a really cool amount of detail to like have created all these old ass looking documents.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what they did right here.
It's very trippy.
Yeah, this is really cool.
This is a cool SCP, but also, like, I'm just actually astounded by how fucking, what's the best way to put it? Petty? How petty Sapphire is?
Yeah. In denial, says random person.
Something like that. It's just weird, man.
Yeah. Alright, Addendum 3 GOC 281-01 archived document. The following document was taken from the archives of the platform. A cutting-edge top-secret proto-informatics network implanted to enable members of the Council of 108, constituting the high command of the Gold Cult Coalition, to communicate remotely in real time. Roughly comparable to social network, 50 years ahead of its time, the existence of the platform was only discovered in 1995. A copy of these archives was provided to us by an anonymous informant codenamed Pinhead in 1999. I have read a little bit ahead. Oh boy, I saw something interesting.
Who you calling Pinhead?
Oh my god. Sequence P12-22 T1456. Oh, time 1456. Date January 9th. Alright. All participants of the New World Order have seen the United Church of Satan, the Argentinian Astrum, and 80 others validate. I'm sorry. The second I saw the United Church of Satan is next to the Argentinian Astrum.
Aliens.
Yeah, the Bavarian Illuminati appealed to the participants of the New World Order. You have been heard, and your fears are legitimate. What processes do they tend to use? What will happen to the colonies established on the other side? What about the Green Eye? What about our diplomatic relations to the Vilia? We hear you, and we want to assure you. The Society of the Atheist Persons of Progress for the halt of irrational and religious enemy is, as you know, difficult to regulate and very discreet but harmless. Okay, if we read the full name of Sapphire, we probably would have immediately understood what they were.
Well, yeah.
The initial plans for the Galileo project were to be communicated to us last Monday. They weren't. Professor Silverstein announced a delay and assured us that they would be as soon as the details were finished. He insisted on the promise of independence dear to the Atheist Society, which have already been debated here. All participants of the New World Order have seen the United Church of Satan, the Argentinian Astrum, and 25 others validate. The members of the Majestic 12, nevertheless, remind protesters that the members of the Council, therefore the New World Order, whether some like it or not, the Atheist Society has all our confidence in developing a plan that is discreet, functional, and without adverse consequences.
So, I'm somehow, only just now registering the fact that apparently a New World Order is literally just casually a thing now.
Yeah.
This SCP is such a fucking clusterfuck.
Yeah, I know this is the last time Argentinian Astrum was mentioned. Right here. But I still just want to finish reading the article, because this is just batshit insane. And interesting.
Yeah.
All participants of the New World Order have seen the Theosophical Society, the Argentinian Astrum, and 28 others validate. The United Church of Satan reminds the 52 participants of the New World Order that there are para-religious nature, that the law of cordial secularism is, until further notice, the norm within the Council, and that any criticism of the choices and practices of the Atheist Society is taken into account, but irrelevant within the Coalition's formal framework. Oh my
Can
god.
we punch Sapphire?
What was that?
Can we punch every member of Sapphire?
Yes.
I mean, it'll be at it for a while, but
Yeah. All the practitioners of the New World Order have seen Universal Order of the Asir, the Order of the Dragon, and 79 others validate. The Bavarian Illuminati emphasize that the fact that the Council's information sharing platform is open to all Council members with the exception of the Atheist Society is no way due to a lack of trust toward them. Any mention of the existence of the platform to one of their members will nevertheless be punished. So they just kicked the Atheist Society out of their social platform.
feel like I'm taking crazy pills, man.
Oh my god, I read ahead.
And
All practices of the New World Order have seen the Black Ocean Society, the Varian Illuminati, and 72 others validate. Members of Majestic 12 point at the concerning the suspicions of destruction on Earth's hidden side. The sketches of the Galileo project seem to aim at closing the glacial border, contracting it to form a second pole on the planet. The hidden side world therefore be preserved, but will constitute the inner surface of an empty globe. The constitutional tunnels leading to the other side should not suffer too much from the transition from the flat Earth to the hollow Earth. New ones should be.
Like,
No ones will probably be established as well as surveillance bases in Antarctica. What? Hatchet?
oh,
You okay?
Now we're going. We've gone from flat Earth to hollow Earth theory. I
Here's
just.
fire of
This-
random.
you okay?
No.
Here's where I started to lose my shit a little bit earlier. The impact this is a new order I've seen. The Theosophical Society, the Walt Disney Company, and 65 others validate.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Which means Walt Disney is
gotta-
part of the GOC.
We gotta check with Mr. Mickey Man if it's okay for us to do Hollow Earth thing.
Why is
I
Walt
just-
Disney a part of the GOC is what I need to know. Then again, I'm not too surprised because we learned last time Coca-Cola has connections to the Foundation for some reason. Honestly, I'm not surprised anymore.
You know what? Pepsi's better than cola anyway.
Yeah, anyways. The Frill Society declares that it is very enthusiastic about the idea of literally closing the Frill's territory borders, definitively solving the problem of migrants who cross the edge of the world to settle on their territory, taking the place of honest citizens in cold blood. The Shambhala chain will be pulled so that the second moon does not cause a collision when the Earth's crust closes. Once moved, the second moon will continue to be the source of light and heat, fueling the other side. It will be aligned to form a center of the new globe and will establish a new balance. What is happening?
What the fuck, man?
Hatchet is
Why?
dying.
Why, France? Why did you make this?
All participants in the New World Order have seen United Church of Satan and the members of Majestic 12 and 68 others validate. Cicada 3299 notes a significant saving of time and resources. No more ships, planes, or exploration troops swing over the edge anymore, and if their experience no longer needs to be covered. All the participants of the New World Order have seen the priority of Scion, the Order of the Dragon, and 85 others validate. The Masonic propaganda of the Grand Orient reminds everyone that the round Earth is already the adopted model through the civilian world, and that if the transition from the flat Earth to the hollow Earth goes smoothly, only the world's astronomical data will have to be modified to camouflage the operation. In the event of significant incident, the threat of war between the United States of America and the Soviet Union will serve as a perfect diversionary fortification instrument. So this also caused the Cold War?
Well, it didn't cause the Cold War, but it's like...
At this point, what not?
What What is happening?
Chaos.
Okay, we're almost done. Only practitioners of the New World Order have seen the Universalist Order of the Aesir, the Bavarian Illuminati, and 61 others validate. The priority of Scion would also like to put back on the agenda the question of the Great Israel Plan and relations of dominance that will become more complicated with the organization of the American-Soviet conflict. Is the Great Replacement still relevant in high American spheres, and above all, how should it be, and indeed should it be, addressed in the Soviet territories? In sequence P12-22.
Fucking. But
So we
also,
really didn't find
go
any
back,
information.
go,
Huh? Down.
go back down. So, plan. So now in this new world order is also like orchestrating the creation of the fucking Greater Israel Plan.
Yes.
I think I'm done, man. I think I'm done.
We might actually have to look at the Wikipedia for the group.
Well, we absolutely have to look at there's nothing else.
Well, luckily we got the history right here.
Yeah.
Alright. But that SCP was... I don't even know how to explain it.
Chaos.
I don't know if it was good. I don't know if it was bad. I just it just was.
Insane, says one person. Yeah. Oh, I just realized
Like,
the Wikipedia is like really small.
I feel like we all took acid together and it wasn't a
There we
good time.
so like here's the best way I can put it. You ever like stumble across like those spirit science videos?
Oh
Like,
no.
Oh
just
no.
like some guy just rambling off the most batshit shit over and over again, giving no fucking context to anything, or like it's just saying things like it is believed, and as has been shown, when it's like all of the most random bullshit imaginable. That's what that was.
Remember one of their videos where they basically called cast Jewish like people little boys or something, which was kind of weird.
My god.
Oh yeah, they called like, oh god, I don't, you know what? Let's just not. Let's just not, man.
They
Anyways,
said that under Egypt there's like some weird like thing that people can psychically use to psychically defend Earth or something.
yeah, so I decided, I saw on the side here, one of the things that was called methods. It's like, okay, let's see one of the things that they do. And I was laughing to myself, because one of the things that they do is sex magic.
Nice.
I was just laughing while you guys were talking about that.
I feel like sex magic is one of the more normal things in any of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Alright.
let's actually go and read like this fucking Wikipedia page
Something
for
that
like
actually...
an actual religious thingamajig in reality, because that article decided to make a whole shit ton of obscure fucking obscure occultist shit suddenly actual groups of interest in the SCP universe. Thanks, that article. I hate you.
Oh my god. Anyways. The AA is a magical organization established in 1907 by Aleister Crowley, a Western esoterist, and George Cecil Jones. Its members are dedicated to the advancement of humanity by perfection of the individual on every plane through a greatest series of universal initiations. Its initiations are syncretic, unifying the semblances of Theravada Buddhism and Vedantic yoga and ceremonial magic. The AA applies what it describes as mystical and magical methods of spiritual attainment under the structure of the Kabbalistic tree of life and aims to research, practice, and teach scientific illuminism. The essential document within AA system is One Star in Sight, which provides a detailed framework for the spirit's journey through the various grades of spiritual development. This development outlines the stages for initial grade of probationer to the ultimate attainment of Pessimus, each representing the significant milestones in individual spiritual evolution. One Star in Sight emphasizes practices such as meditation, ritual magic, and the invocation of the knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian Angel, aiming to guide the aspirant towards achieving personal discipline, intellectual mastery, and spiritual attainment. The document is essential for understanding the AA structural approach to spiritual enlightenment and the syncretic nature of its teachings. Alright, now for the history. The AA describes itself as having been present in all societies and epochs, although not necessarily under that name. The AA is composed of two orders, known as the Inner and Outer College. The Outer College, in its modern form, was formulated in 1907 by Aleister Crowley and George Cecil Jones, who stated that they derive their authority to do so from Aiwass, the author of the Book of the Law, and other secret chiefs of the planetary spiritual order after the schism and in subsequent collapse of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn at the turn of the 20th century. The principal holy book of the AA is the book Crowley called Al in Liber Legis, technically called Liber Al Vel Legis sub Figura CCXX, as delivered by 93 equals 418 to DCL XVI, whose scriptural title is the Book of the Law, by which name the book is most commonly known and referred to. There are several other holy books venerated in AA which comprise the so-called Class A and AB material. In 1919, the OTO considered itself to be a close ally of the AA, both organizations having accepted the authority of the Book of the Law, although OTO, being a temporal and fraternal society, in no way participates in the AA's strictly hierarchic and spiritual initiatory program, nor does OTO represent AA or transmit its functions or authority. The constant account of AA is Karl von Eckharthausen's The Cloud Upon the Sanctuary, reissued by the AA as Liber XXXIII, an account of AA. After Crowley, following Crowley's death in 1947, his student Karl Germer took over running the Outer College of the Order, but since Germer's death, the situation has been less clear. Various lineages of the AA survive today, descend from Crowley's order. One such lineage descends from college student actress Jane Wolfe, known as Sora Stein. Sora Stein's one student, Phyllis Sackler Sora Morale, founded College of Thelema in 1973, and with James A. Shellman and Anna Korea King, founded the Temple of Thelema in 1987. She designated Shellman as her successor in the Jane Wolfe branch of AA, and as the Chancellor of the College of Thelema. Later, she also affirmed David Shoemaker's authority to admit, supervise, and train AA initiates. Several lineages run through pupils of Marcelo Ramos-Spada, such as that of J. Daniel Gunther. Another lineage links itself to Crowley through Israel Rigardi and his pupil Gerald Suster. Other lineages run through Grady McMurphy and Charles Stanfield Jones. There are so many fucking people that it's throwing at me. Alright. The names, possible language, Argentinian name astronaut is name has frequently been asserted through name of the order. However, according to James Shellman, the slightly translated phrase "silver star" is not the correct name of the order. Huh?
Okay. Let's just move on to, let's say, initiatory structure.
Initiatory structure, okay. Initiatory structure. Initiatory structure of AA is based on the Kabbalistic tree of life. Its grades following a Sephirayot up to the tree in reverse order. The AA is subdivided into three orders. The SS being the governing body, third order, and comprising those grades that are above the abyss. The RR ETAC, second order, comprising those degrees that are below the abyss, but above the veil of Paraketh. The Golden Dawn, first order, comprising the grades below the veil of Paraketh. A complete description of the tasks of the first order is given by Liber XIII, Bell Grandum Montes Abigny, a syllabus of the steps of the Pawn Path, in the Equinox Volume 1. Two additional grades, the Dwellers of the Thresholds, link the orders Dominus, Limnus, and Paraketh, and Babe of the Abyss and the Abyss. Members of the third order can generate their own variations of the first and second order teachings as reflections of their own understanding. Contemplating systems of attainment are not compassed in the circulum of the main system. Alright. Huh?
Okay, this is just completely inconsequential. Not inconsequential, completely incomprehensible.
I understand very little.
I have been kind of spacing off.
Take me with you.
So, in not enough info, can we just put, like, too confusing or confusion?
Make a new category. Confusing.
Hold on. Let me just... Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look up the Wikipedia article for Aleister Crowley.
Gotcha.
And... opinions, legacy, and influence. Bibliography. Cultists and in popular culture, particularly that of Britain, but also other parts of the world. Yeah. I tuned out 5 minutes ago. Yeah, that's valid. Yeah, I think I'm going to say we need to just make Wait, don't we have like a what the fuck tier?
No.
Put it there.
Also,
Wait,
I
you
just
say no?
yeah, we don't have a what the fuck tier.
I could have sworn we did.
That was for
did.
the Keter tier listing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Also, I clicked related topics. I show related topics to see if there's anything else. One of the things that's related is the Beast and Horror of Babylon.
You know what? Just add a what the fuck area and put it there. Make what the fuck and put it there.
Yeah.
We need the what the fuck
What
ranking.
are you doing, Aaron?
I was just looking to see if there's any other information I get. We do have them. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Actually, yeah. Go look at the methods thing again.
The methods right here.
Okay, boneless
Oh.
ritual body of light. Night of pain.
Says a stage of ego death and a process of spiritual attainment. Versions. Was I was going to found out press serious patient the sun is specific that day. Okay, so sun worshipping. Pressing this.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, no. Let's just make a what the fuck tier. I'm just gonna go grab my cat for mental stability. He can't fry his brain cells from this if he has none to fry. True.
Please make me a cat. I can't because I am Snake.
We could just put like right here in this one tier slash WTF.
Yeah, sure. Not enough info / what the fuck.
Yeah. At least we got a good SCP reading out of that. That SCP has been entertaining at least.
Did we get a good reading out of it? Did we?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like have you ever dipped your hand into like a slimy lake that's like got a lot of algae?
No, because it's been stupid. Sorry.
Well, anyway, that's what my brain is right now.